Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm having a very interesting video for you today. I'm going to talk about the new amazing Kundalini symptoms I'm experiencing, the new amazing discoveries I made. This information is very helpful and helped me to drastically improve my mental health. And I want to share all of my findings with you. I'm going to talk about what the difference is between a Kundalini activation and a full Kundalini awakening. I'm going to talk about how being sensitive is really a superpower. I'm going to talk about how awareness is really the key to all of this, to getting into higher and higher states of consciousness, to be able to get in more and more prana energy, to get your Kundalini energy moving and helping you to have a full Kundalini awakening, because that's what I'm working on currently. My Kundalini energy is active for 10 years now, but I wasn't able to have like this full Kundalini awakening because of so much damage in the subtle energy body caused by mental illness, caused by trauma that I experienced earlier in life. Before I go into all the new things that are happening to me currently, to be able to understand this information better, I want to talk a little bit about the difference between a Kundalini activation and a full Kundalini awakening. About 10 years ago, I was able to activate my Kundalini energy through meditation. It happened during meditation. After the activation, change happened immediately. So it was like a switch, a light switch. You turn on a light switch and the room is filled with light. So something happened immediately, and this went along with certain symptoms already after the activation. I want to explain a little bit how it feels like for me. The Kundalini experience can be different for different people. Not everybody has the same symptoms immediately. Symptoms change over time. And I just want to talk about my symptoms. So it feels like being just a little bit high all the time. So you feel a little bit like this, I used to call it always background bliss feeling. This symptom comes from the heightened sensitivity of the system. So you get way more sensitive to things around you. These things were always present, the energy was always present, but now after the activation I was able to perceive them. This also means that you feel the emotions, your existing emotions that you always had, stronger. So you're more sensitive to the positive things, but you're also more sensitive to the negative things, so the the painful emotions. The fact that this is happening, that you feel these negative emotions also stronger, was kind of pushing me into finding ways to heal myself, because feeling these negative emotions so much stronger was kind of unbearable. Another symptom is that you start feeling energy moving around in your body, moving around on specific pathways. These pathways have different names in different spiritual traditions, and pretty quickly after the activation, I noticed that the energy couldn't go to specific parts of the body. I wanted to heal the subtle energy body because I didn't want to experience these negative side effects anymore. I was trying to do this for a few years, but the biggest breakthrough happened during pregnancy and after giving birth to my child. This whole process allowed me to take in so much more, we can call it prana energy, so much more energy. So it started with just the energy would gather at the tip of my toes, then it would slowly start to move through my legs, up the body and into the chakras, first into the lower chakras. Then I also noticed that there's some chakras the energy couldn't go to, and I just continued the healing work. So every single time when I'm really relaxed, usually before I go to sleep, the energy starts to rise up from the tip of my toes, goes up through the chakras. It flows like with this momentum, but it's not able to fully go through the whole body through the crown chakra, so it is not able to go fully through. So I continued the healing work and I was able to make the energy move higher and higher, but I'm not fully there yet. I'm very close, and what I mean with fully there yet is to have the full Kundalini awakening. So in my videos, when I talk about Kundalini activation versus Kundalini awakening, I mean that my Kundalini is active for 10 years now, but it wasn't able to fully, with this momentum, not fully go up through the crown chakra to have this full awakening take place. So this is what I'm working on currently. I'm very close to getting there, and I was able to bring up so the energy used to only go up to my stomach, and now I was able to bring the energy higher up to the third eye chakra, but not fully out of the crown. So I'm around here. The energy can come up around here, and ever since I was able to do that, I'm having now new symptoms, and I want to talk about these amazing new symptoms in this video. So now, I already talked about the sensitivity, and the sensitivity just got stronger and stronger, which could sound a little bit scary for some of you. I know, being sensitive, I always hated to be sensitive, but it turned out to be a very useful skill. Being more sensitive gave me the ability to sense that we have this field around us. We are kind of a field, and inside of this field there are, I like to call them constructs, or you can say thought forms. These constructs are like mental, emotional constructs. Every time you experience something, you meet a person, you experience an event, you create like this mental, emotional construct of that event. And some of these constructs can't move through you and they stay stuck in your field. I'm able to sense these constructs, and I'm able to sense how the energy is moving into these constructs. Okay, this sounds very abstract. I want to explain it better. I want to a little bit talk about what this energy is. What even is this energy? This energy is part of your awareness. What is your awareness? Your awareness, the source of your awareness is located in your head, in the middle of your head. And your awareness can extend itself into the body and extends itself into the body. On this path, a very useful thing for me was to start to see myself as not as a person, but rather as just awareness existing in a body. On this channel, I talk a lot about out-of-body experiences, astral projection, and one very memorable experience for me was when I first so when you have an out-of-body experience, you exit your physical body and move into your astral body that in shape feels just like your body. Like you sense that you have legs, that you have a body still, but you can also exit the astral body. And when you exit the astral body, this was very scary to me at first. You don't have any body. You don't have a sense of being in the body. So right now, when you turn your awareness to your body, you can sense that there is something. There is some kind of material. This is also true for the astral body. When you are in the astral body, you also feel like a sense of that there is something, that there is some kind of substance. You are not just in, but you are that substance. But once that is gone, you're just a point of awareness floating around. It's kind of scary because we are so used to being in a body. But even if it is scary at first, this helps you, this experience can help you so much, because it helps you remember during the day in your everyday life. It helps you remember that you are not really the body and that you're just awareness. And when you have, when you're in specific states of consciousness during the day in your everyday life, for example, when you are triggered, when you experience negative emotions, when you get flashbacks, then your consciousness, you have to imagine it, it is moving on like a line, like a pathway, and it is moving into the memory. So what I'm sensing, because of the sensitivity that I'm having, is that most of the constructs are around here, around the head area, but also some are in the stomach area, and in different chakras, but most are up here, and they're kind of floating around. And the energy, your awareness, if you are triggered or something, or let's say if you have a flashback, the energy is moving, your awareness is moving into this construct, and then identifies with it, becomes it, and thinks it is it. And then it becomes like a filter on top of what is actually going on. So all these constructs that are stuck in the system, that were not able to move through you, they're stuck and they act like a filter. I want to talk a little bit more about these constructs. So these constructs cannot just be memories, they can also be like ideas or concepts about, like, for example, what you think about when you think of a certain country, for example, or a certain place, a certain person. People are their own constructs, even if they are also inside of memories. So memory-specific events are specific constructs, but also a person. A person is the most complex construct, and they always come with feelings. When you think of a certain person, you have a certain feeling about them. This feeling is inside of you and is in this construct. It is part of your field, and you can imagine that this is causing a lot of issues, especially if there are a lot of people you don't really like or have some kind of negative experiences with. So to sum it up, these constructs are made of energy. They are like small fields, and they have an emotional part and they have a visual part. So what I noticed because of the sensitivity is that my awareness during the day would unconsciously move into these constructs. I can feel it. This is how I was able to stop my awareness from doing that, because I gained so much sensitivity, so much awareness of it, the awareness of the awareness. I gained so much awareness of this process of what is going on, and this is how I was able to see it clearly, that it is happening, that the awareness tries to move into the construct. I can feel it and stop it and bring it back. So it's like a little bit like it moves on a line, and then you can pull it back, and the awareness goes back to the main energy stream. Every time when a random memory pops up, every single random memory thing that comes to you regularly, from your childhood, from 10 years ago, from 2 weeks ago, all this stuff, all these are constructs. And this is all stuff that is not able to move through you. So this is what you can say, you can't let go of it. It's not able to move through you. It exists, moves around in your field. And as I said, it acts like a filter on top of reality, which is not really cool, because we want to see things for what they are, not to see the world through these lenses, through these filters. These filters are distorting your reality. They're making your life difficult. They restrict you from moving in certain direction because, oh no, if I do this, then I'm getting a flashback and getting triggered because of that. So it is taking away your freedom. There are also constructs you hide in, and there are constructs you run away from. So you have, for example, a construct of a person that you really like and you have good memories with. Your awareness, the moment you get triggered, it is so fascinating once you really pay attention, once you get really aware of it, of this process. So so it is kind of, it is a coping mechanism, and it is like how the ego regulates your emotions through these extra steps. Let's call them extra steps. So every time, let's say you get triggered, you have a flashback, something happens, your awareness runs away from that and goes into that positive construct that you created of that person. This is also not a very good thing, because what if this person is no longer in your life? What if you no longer like this person? You have to constantly find new things, constantly create new constructs to protect yourself from the negative constructs, and it's like a war that's going on. Through awareness, through getting more and more sensitive, through getting aware of this process, you can remove your energy, your awareness from these constructs, and then you can dissolve them, or better, you can move through them. So this is what I'm currently doing. I'm currently trying to dissolve all of these constructs. It is like a process. This is for me, the spiritual stuff, because of Kundalini, because I cannot escape this Kundalini thing. This is my lived experience 24/7. From the moment I open my eyes to the moment I close my eyes and fall asleep, this is my reality, and this is happening. Energy is moving, I'm sensitive, I'm feeling this, I'm feeling that, and so all of this stuff is happening. I cannot escape it. This is what I'm doing currently. I'm trying to destroy, to dissolve, to move through all of this energy, to be able to have this full Kundalini awakening. The goal of all of this, the practical thing, is to be as lucid, to be as aware as possible during the day. I want to significantly reduce the time when I'm unaware and I'm fighting these imaginary battles. It is splitting your awareness, literally splitting your awareness into 1,000 pieces, 1,000 directions. Consciousness, awareness is more like a liquid, more like water, and you have the mainstream, and then you split yourself up into these other streams. Like, imagine how much less water you can use to do a specific task when all of these little rivers are in your mainstream. Awareness, being aware of it, as I said, is key in this whole process. I'm aware of when I move into the existing constructs, and I'm also aware of when I create them. And there's always this little time before they fully stay in the field. There's this little time, a few minutes, few seconds, when you can catch yourself and pull the energy back, and the construct is not created. So what I do is I stop my awareness from creating the constructs, but also from identifying with the constructs. And then when I stop identifying, I pull. This is also such an amazing thing. When this first happened, it's very interesting. When you remove the awareness from an existing construct, you become the observer of it. And it's a little bit like, I can feel it, it's like, it goes like this around. So, as I said, your your true form is this little tiny little dot of awareness inside of your head. So your awareness goes back to its source, and then this is the position. It's all about direction and position. And this is the position of the observer. And now when you are in this position, and you can observe now the construct. And it is like sitting, if it is a memory of an event, then it's like you sit inside of the event and you can observe it. Thank you so much for watching. I'm going to keep you updated and share with you all the new information that is coming to me in future videos. Thank you so much for watching, and see you in the next one. Goodbye.